प्रियव्रता उत्तनपादाव सतरूपपतेः सुताव वासुदेवास्य कलया रक्षायं जगतः स्थितौ प्रियव्रतो तनपादाओ प्रियव्रतो तनपादाओ सतरूपपतेः सुतौ सतरूपपतेः सुतौ वासुदेवास्य कलया वासुदेवास्य कलया रक्षायं जगतः स्थितौ रक्षायं जगतः स्थितौ प्रियव्रतोत्तनपादाौ सतरूपपतेः सुतौ वासुदेवास्य कलया रक्षायं जगतः स्थितौ
प्रियव्रतोत्तनपादौ सतरूपपतेः सुतौ वासुदेवस्य कलया रक्षायां जगतः स्थितौ
Priyavratotanapadao
Priyavratotanapadao
Satarupapate stutao
Satarupapate stutao
Vasudevasya kalaya Rakshayam jagatah stitao
Rakshayam jagatah stitao
Priyavrata Uttanapadao Satarupa Padehe Queen Satarupa and her husband Manu Sutao, the two sons Vasudevasya of the Supreme Personality of Godhead Kalaya, by plenary expansion, Rakshayam, for the protection, Jagataha, of the world, Stitao, for the maintenance. Translation: Swayambhuva Manu had two sons by his wife Satarupa, and the names of the sons were Uttanapada and Priyavrata. Because both of them were descendants of a plenary expansion of Vasudeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they were very competent to rule the universe, to maintain and protect the citizens. Let's respond. Swayambhuva Manu had two sons by his wife Satarupa. And the names of the son were Uttanapada and Priyavrata. Because both of them were descendants of plenary expansion of Vasudeva, Supreme Personality of Godhead. They were very competent to rule the universe, to maintain and protect the citizens. Purport by Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It is said that these two kings, Uttanapada and Priyavrata, were specifically empowered by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, unlike the great king Rishabha, who was the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself. Jaya Uttanapadasya Suniti Surichi Stayo Surichi Prayasi Patyo Netaraya Sudo Durvaha. King Uttanapada had two queens, namely Suniti and Surichi. Surichi was much more dear to the king. Suniti, who had a son named Durva, was not his favorite. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The great sage Maitreya wanted to describe the pious activities of kings. Priyavrata was the first son of Swayambhuva Manu and Uttanapada was the second. But the great sage Maitreya immediately began to speak of Dhruva Maharaj, the son of Uttanapada, because Maitreya was very eager to describe pious activities. The incidents in the life of Dhruva Maharaj are very attractive for devotees. From his pious action, one can learn how one can detach himself from material possession and how one can enhance one's devotional service by severe austerities and penances. By hearing the activities of pious Dhruva, one can enhance one's faith in God and can directly connect with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus one can very soon be elevated to the central platform of devotional service. The example of Dhruva Maharaj's austerity can immediately generate a feeling of devotional service in the heart of the hearers. King Uttanapada had two queens named Suniti and Surichi. Surichi was much more dear to the king, and Suniti, where a son named Dhruva, was not his favorite. Soma Jnana Timirandasya Dinanam Jena Shalakaya Chakshuzan Niditanyena Tasme Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manodishtam Saktitam Yena Udaya Swayambhupadaraman Didati Swaparandikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Shri Rupam Shri Jataram Sahagana Raghunathan Rajivam Satyatam Sarvatam Parajanam Shaitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shekhatam Saram He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatve Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sita Devi Pranamami Hariti Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namarom Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimad Bhagavatam Swami Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Vishesha Swanyavadi Paschati Sadharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Radha Shivas Shri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So here we are continue reading the parampara of Swayambhuva Manu. Swayambhuva Manu is the first Manu in this day of Brahma. This Brahma has a day, and Brahma's day is divided into 14 Manus. And the first Manu is Swayambhuva Manu, and is married to Satarupa, and they had 2 children, Uttanapad and Priyavarta. Although Priyavarta was the elder, he did not want to actually become the king. So Uttanapad then became the king, and he had 2 wives. One was Surichi, another one was Suniti. Because he was more attached to Surichi and not to Suniti. There is a reason for this. Because of this, Dhruva Maharaj, the son of Suniti, became upset with his father, and he went to the forest to get a kingdom higher than his father. So why we are hearing this story is very significant, because whatever it says a great person does in Bhagavad Gita, the verse 321. See here, yat yat acharati shresthat tat tat eva karo janaha swayat paramam pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. Whatever action a great man performs, common man follows. Whatever standard he set, by exemplary act, all the world pursues. So this is how devotees, because the Lord, the Lord comes and he acts on his level. But to show how to be a devotee, you have to be an example of a devotee. You follow this point? The Lord also comes to teach us how to become devotee personally as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He came to show how to be a devotee, but sometimes he sends his dear devotees also to come and teach us how to become devotees. See? Without somebody showing us, it's very difficult to become a devotee. Is it not? Correct? So therefore, to rule the world, these two of his expansions were sent, Tanapad and Deva. They are not ordinary souls, because to rule the whole universe, you need somebody very powerful. And unless a person is empowered by the Lord, it's very difficult to do this job. It is not like, whimsically someone takes up this post. Because this requires maintaining, Manu means one who maintains the law and order in the universe. If someone is maintaining law and order himself is corrupt and a crook, then how you expect law and order to be running? Is it possible? Can you get justice from crooks? So you see how in Kali Yuga this thing becomes very, very, see the verses in Kali Yuga, what happens? I think it is in 12. In Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 12, this is the verse. Asamskrita kriyahina rajasa tamasudataha prajaste bakshishyanti malaksha rajinya bhutinaha. So you see, if the person is not a devotee, these barbarians in the guise of kings will devour the citizenry, murdering innocent women, children, cows and brahmanas, and coveting the wives and property of other men. They will be erratic in their moods, they have little strength of character and very short-lived. Indeed, not purified by any Vedic rituals and lacking in practice of regulated principles, they will be completely covered by the mode of passion and ignorance. This is the present situation in Kali Yuga, because there is no proper leader. You follow this point? When there is no proper leader, it's corrupt, then this is how it happens. What they are doing now, you can see, the barbarians, they call barbarians mean malachas. There are no rules and regulations they follow. In the guise of kings, will devour the citizenry, murdering innocent women, children, cows, and brahmanas, coveting the wives and property of others. This is what they are doing. Every day in the newspaper, this is what you read. Is it not? They will be erratic in the moods, have little strength of character and be very short-lived, indeed not purified by any rituals and lacking in practice of regulated principles, they will completely covered by the mode of passion and ignorance. And we have already understood passion and ignorance brings about very, very bad qualities. Yes? You follow? So you see how a person who is not a proper character, he will ruin everybody's life. On the other hand, it is where the Srimad Bhagavatam, what is that verse? The fields were Sarva Kama Dukamani. Sarva Kama Dukamani.
110.4.
Here you see on the other hand, Kamam Vavarsa Prajanya Sarva Kama Dukamani Sisisu Sma Vrajan Gavaha Vayoso Udhashvati Muda. Translation: during the reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira, the cloud showered all the water that the people needed, and the earth produced all the necessity of man in profusion. Due to his steady milk bank, the cheerful attitude, the cow used to moisten the grazing ground with milk. So that's two different worlds. One, the cows have been slaughtered. Not only cows, every animal, anything living is slaughtered. Is that? And here, the cows are cheerful because they know they are protected. You understand this point? There is a ruler. If he is first class like Yudhishthira Maharaj, the cows are happy, and they are so happy that they moisten the what? The ground with milk. Can you imagine fertilizing the ground with milk? And the people, you see, another thing, the cloud showed all the water the people needed, and the earth produced all the necessity of man in profusion. Now, rain comes at odd time. When it comes, it rains in the sea, not in the land. Yes, India, big problem. Many people cannot harvest because no rain. So when you are sinful, rain is stopped. It is explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam again what happens when you are sinful. On the other hand, you see here, Anavristya Vinashyati Durbiksha Karapiditaha. Harassed by famine and excessive taxes, people will resort to eating leaves, roots, flesh, wild honey, fruits, flowers and seeds. Struck by drought, they will be completely ruined. See? Harassed by famine, excessive taxes. This is the symptom of Kali Yuga. Now when they have no proper leadership, then all these symptoms play a very, very big part. You know, the king is very responsible. In fact, in the days gone by, if anything is wrong in the life of the citizen, they blame it on the king. You know that? Suppose there is some, like the story in the Krishna Leela, this Brahman, he had wife gave birth and the child died. And he went to Dwaraka, he was in Dwaraka, he went to the gates of the palace of Krishna and he was cursing the Ugrasena, something is wrong, you are doing some fault, because of your fault my child is dying. See how the king is so responsible. Anything happens to the citizen, the king takes the blame. Understand? If the king is not pious, then there will be no rain. You understand this? So there was one incident where this king, in his kingdom there was no rain. The Brahmins, they figured out how to do this. Then they asked if this Rishi Shringa, what is his name? If he can come to your kingdom and put his foot here, then rain will fall. So the pious, this devotee, Rishi Shringa, he came, and the moment he set foot in the kingdom, rain started falling. See how much pious souls are needed. That's why here the two personalities, Uttanappa and Priyavata, are empowered personalities. So when you have the position of a devotee, then everything is auspicious. You follow? But when the devotee is not auspicious, as sinful people, then everything becomes toxic. Everything becomes toxic. You can see here, harassed by famine, excessive taxes. You understand? See how much the citizens are harassed. I want to show you something else. It's there in the see here in this verse, among places, those bereft of spotted antelope, those devoid of devotion to Brahmanas, those possessing spotted antelope but bereft of respectable man, provisions like the Kikata and places where cleanliness and purificatory rites are neglected, and where meat eaters are prominent, or where the earth is barren, are all considered to be contaminated land. You see how the contamination, how the places become sinful. Excessive meat eaters are prominent. You understand? This is not some joke that we can do anything we like and expect everything to be auspicious. Oh, we wish you a prosperous new year and blah blah blah. And what you do? Killing animals and don't follow any rules and regulations. You understand? If you do sinful activities, the result is what? Suffering. Suffering. You understand? It is explained here. Nunam pravatse krute karma 5:5. See here, when you do sinful work, what is the result? When a person considers self-gratification aim of life, he suddenly becomes mad of the materialistic living and engage in all kinds of sinful activities. See? So when a person gets into performing activities that are not sanctioned by Shastra, then he does some real crazy things, sinful. Does not know that due to his past misdeed, he has already received a body which is already temporary. The cause of his misery. Actually, the living entity should not have taken a material body, but he has been awarded the material body for self-gratification. Thereby, I think he is not befitting an intelligent man to involve himself again in activities of self-gratification, by which he perpetually gets material body one after another. So when a person is engaged in sinful activities, then not only he suffers, everyone who is sitting beside him also gets implicated. As Prabhupada said, if you are caught in a burning house, then everyone feels the heat. You follow this point? So that's why in Kali Yuga, although we are chanting, but the reaction is also felt by us, devotees. Is it not? The rules are applying to everybody. Of course, the devotees are protected by Krishna, that is a unique feature of the Lord. But nevertheless, you are harassed. You are harassed. I remember when you do kirtan, never possible. You cannot even do. Cannot go on the road. You cannot chant with help. You sleep there. Because the people are so sinful that Krishna is making no arrangement for them to get any money. You follow this point? Therefore, how important to have a very religious person association. Because the religious person association is very much sought. Explained here in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, you can see why association of devotee is very, very crucial. Here, in this way, the conditioned soul becomes the servant of lusty desires, and when these are not fulfilled, he becomes the servant of anger and continues to be kicked by the external energy mind. Wandering and wandering throughout the universe, he may, by chance, get the association of a devotee physician, whose instruction in him make the witch of the external energy flee. The conditioned soul first gets in touch with devotional service to the Lord Krishna, and this way he can approach nearer and nearer to the Lord. See how only way is by associating with devotees. Unless he comes in contact with a devotee of the Lord, there's no question of him getting anywhere, anywhere he gets any mercy, any relief. Oh my Lord, by good fortune, one becomes eligible to cross the ocean of nescience, and when one's term of material existence decreases, one may get an opportunity to associate pure devotees. By such association, one attraction to Krishna is awakened. See, only by associating with a pure devotee, one's association is awakened. There's no other way you can get. That's why Krishna had to send some personalities who are pure devotees to help. Oh my Lord, oh infallible Supreme Person, when a person wandering throughout the universe becomes eligible for liberation from material existence, he gets an opportunity to associate with devotees. When he associates with devotees, attraction for you is awakened. You are the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the highest goal of the topmost devotees and the Lord of the universe. This is the 10:51-53 Chaitanya Mahaprabhu verse. Krishna is situated associating with devotee, one awakens his faith in devotional service to Krishna. Because of devotional service, one dormant love for Krishna awakens, and thus one's material condition existence comes to an end. This is 49. Somehow or other, one is attracted to talks about me and has faith in the instruction and has set forth the Bhagavad Gita. And if one is neither falsely detached from material things nor very much attracted to material existence, the common love for me will be awakened by devotional service. Stand 28, 11 and 3. Unless one is favored by a pure devotee, one cannot attain the platform of devotional service. To say nothing of Krishna Bhakti, one cannot even be relieved from the bondage of material existence. To that point. So you see how Krishna is sending great devotees. Like you see, if Prabhupada has not come, I don't think you will be sitting here. I will be sitting here. You understand? It is so important for pure devotee to come to give that association. You follow? O King Rahugana, without taking upon one's head dust from the lotus feet of a pure devotee, Mahajana, Mahatma, one cannot attain devotional service. Devotional service is not possible to attain simply by undergoing severe austerities, penances, by gorgeously worshipping the deity, or by strictly following the rules and regulations of sannyas or grahastha order. Nor is it attained by studying the Vedas, submerging oneself in water, exposing to the fire of scorching sunlight. This is from Jarabhara. Unless human society accepts the dust of the lotus feet of great Mahatma devotees who have nothing to do with material possession, mankind cannot turn its attention to the lotus feet of Krishna. Those lotus feet vanquishes all the unwanted, miserable conditions of material life. So this to make this facility, this verse is in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7.5.32. When the great sage Narada was giving instruction to Maharaj Yudhishthira, he narrated the activities of Prahlad Maharaj. This verse was spoken by Prahlad Maharaj to his father Hiranyakashipu, the king of demons. Prahlad Maharaj had informed his father of the 9 basic processes of Bhakti Yoga, explaining that whoever takes to this process to be considered a highly learned scholar. Hiranyakashipu, however, did not like his son to talk about devotional service, therefore he immediately called Prahlad's teacher, Sananda. The teacher explained that he had not taught devotional service to Prahlad, but that the boy has naturally inclined that way. At that time, Hiranyakashipu became very angry and asked Prahlad why he had become a Vaishnava. In answer to this question, Prahlad recited this verse to the effect that one cannot become the Lord's devotee without receiving the mercy and blessing of another devotee. So you see how the verdict of all revealed scripture is that by even a moment's association with pure devotee, one cannot attain all success. So the point is this, that unless we get association of devotee, there's no question of us coming out of this material, what do you say, entitlement. So somebody has to come, Krishna has to send someone, yes? Correct? And those who are fortunate, they will get this association. It is not by chance or by luck. It is what? By the mercy. It's simply mercy. So unless we are pious, we cannot come to this stage. And piety comes from where? Piety comes from where? By doing austerity. That verse? Gopāl 3?
7, 9.
See here. Persons whose austerity is meager can hardly obtain the service of pure devotees or progressing on the path to kingdom of God. Pure devotees engage 100% in glorifying the Supreme Lord, who is the Lord of the demigods and the controller of all humanity. This is what was also quoted by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So you can see how essential this is all. If we are not interested in doing any austerity, if we are not interested in following the basic, what is that austerity we have to do? No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. This is basic. This will bring us to the level of Brahminical platform. If you don't do this austerity, you cannot become a Brahmin. And when you are not in the Brahminical level, then how you will be attracted to Brahman? You follow? That you will not be interested in, associating with devotees or hearing about. Are you following this point? So this is very important understanding. So all this will lead us to
Press function delete.
again.
Function delete. This function delete.
Function?
Function and delete.
Function and delete.
Yeah. Not now. Instead of this one, then it will delete the ones in front. Right side.
Function and delete. 85. You see this? This is also another important verse. So this is also a very important verse. See how even if you claim that you are advanced, the root cause of devotional service to Lord Krishna is association with advanced devotee. Even one's dormant love for Krishna awakened, association with devotee is still most essential. You cannot say that, oh, I am now very advanced, I don't need devotee. You understand? I don't need to come for class, I don't need to do anything. Prabhu, I understand. The same thing was. They already understand. Actually, I'm feeling Krishna's bhava in my heart. No? You understand? So you see how the whole thing is association.
Even when power comes also you must association.
Yes. O my Lord, O infallible Supreme Person, when a person wandering throughout the universe becomes eligible for liberation from material existence, he gets an opportunity to associate with devotee. When he associates with devotee, his attraction for you is awakened. You are the Supreme Personality of God at the highest goal of the topmost devotee and the Lord of the universe. This is again from 10:51-53. O devotees, O you who are free from all sins, let me inquire from you about that which is supremely auspicious for all living entities. Association of pure devotee for even half a moment in this material world is the greatest treasure for human society. This is 11 to 30, this one, I quoted this. Now another important verse. I think this verse we have many times, This is from the third canto, 3:25. The spiritually powerful message of Godhead can be properly discussed only in the association of devotees. And it is greatly pleasing to hear in that association. If one hears from devotees, the way of transcendental experience quickly opens and gradually one attains firm faith that in due course develops in attraction and devotion. Is it this point? Unless we come to the association of devotees, we cannot awaken up to bhakti. There is no way this can happen. Devotional service to Krishna is the chief function of the living entity. There are different methods for the liberation of the conditioned soul, karma, jnana, yoga and bhakti. But all the others are dependent on bhakti. And bhakti can only be taken from pure Guru. Understand? Without devotional service, all other methods for spiritual self-realization are weak and insignificant. Unless one comes to devotional service of Lord Krishna, jnana and yoga cannot give the desired result. So you can think that you want to become a big scholar, study, speculate, or you think you want to become a big yogi, but you cannot get the desired result if you are not connected to Krishna and the devotee. And pure knowledge is beyond all material affinity, but is not dedicated to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, it does not appear very beautiful. Although it is knowledge without material things. What then is the use of fruitive activities which are all naturally painful from the beginning and transient by nature if they are not utilized for the devotional service of the Lord? How can they be very attractive? This is the point. Because everybody is always into work. That's all. And they are caught. That unless they take up devotional service, they cannot come out of this entanglement. See this point? They're completely what? Stuck. I cannot see. I cannot understand. Those who perform severe austerities and penance, those who give away all their possession out of charity, those who are very famous for their auspicious activity, those who engage in meditation and mental speculation, even those who are very expert in reciting the Vedic mantras are not able to obtain any auspicious result. Although they engage in auspicious activity, if they do not dedicate the activity to the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, I therefore repeatedly offer my respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, whose glories are always auspicious. Listen to 4:17. Few more verses and I'm finished. Speculative knowledge alone without devotional service is not able to give liberation. On the other hand, even without knowledge, one can attain liberation if you want to engage in devotional service. You see that point? Speculative knowledge cannot give you anything. But on the other hand, if you don't have any knowledge, you can still get Krishna. Just the example is the gopis. The gopis, they don't know nothing but Krishna. You follow this point? This is Kusavagatinam. My dear Lord, devotional service on you is the only auspicious path. If one gives it up simply for speculative knowledge or understanding that these living beings are spirit, soul, and in the material world is false, you undergo a great deal of trouble. You only gain troublesome and inauspicious activity. The endeavors are like beating a heart that is already devoid of life. His labor becomes fruitless. Right? 4. The divine energy of mind consisting of the three modes of nature difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross beyond it. Deviation of the mind. The living entity is bound around the neck by the chain of Maya, because he is forgotten that he is eternally a servant of Krishna. The conditioned soul engages in the service of the Lord and simultaneously carries out the order of his spiritual master and serves him, he can get out of the clutches of Maya and become eligible for the shelter of Krishna's lotus feet. So you see, this is actually the fact. It is a fact that every living entity is eternally a servant of Krishna. This is forgotten due to the influence of Maya, which induces one to believe in material happiness. In illusion by Maya, one thinks that material happiness is the only desirable object. This material consciousness is like a chain around the neck of the conditioned soul. As long as it is bound to the conception, he cannot get out of Maya's clutches. However, if Krishna's mercy he gets in touch with the bona fide spiritual master, abides by his order and serves him, engaging other conditioned souls in the Lord's service, he then attains liberation and launch free Krishna's shelter. They abide by his order and serves him, and also engaging other conditioned souls in the Lord's service. That means he has to do preaching. If he simply don't preach, it doesn't come up the point. Understand? The spiritual life is based on all these points. So that's why Krishna sends a pure devotee to help us understand this thing. You know, how to preach, how to, learn to do all our devotional activities. Unless there is a pure devotee, how this thing will manifest. It cannot just come out when the thin air. It is not possible. Understand? You need two things. Krishna in the heart as Guru, and you also need externally as Guru. Where that verse? He manifests as Acharya in the heart and outside. It's in the 11th. Externally as a spiritual master and internally Right here you can see, my Lord, transcendental poets and experts in spiritual science could not fully express the in-depthness of you. Even if they are endowed with a prolonged lifetime of Brahma, for you appear in two features, externally as the Acharya and internally as the Super Soul to deliver the embodied living being by directing him how to come to you. So that's why a personality like, Uttanapad, Priyavarta, they take birth. And they have to teach. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally, Krishna came to teach how to engage the living entity to be a servant of Krishna. And without that, it is not possible for the living entity to understand Krishna. That's not possible. It is not possible by his own, because he has been in Maya for so long. He has been in Maya.